Appreciate you in the button. Welcome to the How to Hustle podcast with Hype. This is episode 139. You follow me on Instagram and Twitter at I am Hype. That's HYMPE. It's Hype. It's not hype. I'm not geeked up. Very special guests is in the building today. Episode 139. My guys, reintroduce yourself to the audience. It's been a while.
This is Uncle B on
Go
the
on
Prison
first.
God podcast. Go ahead.
Come on now, Silas
Big
is
Dan
loud,
from the
y'all.
Bridge and the Gap podcast. Let's go. Come on, we gotta get together, fellas. Let's go.
Hey, what's up? You know what it is. It's Uncle Face, the vibe provider, the mood setter. You know, the most unique, rawest podcaster you might ever want to meet from the Bridge and the Gap podcast. Welcome to Hype. Thank you for having us, brother. Thank you for having us. Thank you for having
This
us.
My
nigga
guy
went
right
Quiet
there.
Storm. Hey, y'all, did y'all hear him go Quiet Storm? Tony Brown, turn it on us, though?
Yes, that's my
Yeah,
guy
nah,
right there, man. That's my guy.
Hey, listen,
He trying to snap out of it. He trying to get the rust off. We're shaking the rust off today.
Yeah, that's what we doing. Thank you for having us, bro. Thank you.
All right, so if you're new to the program, we appreciate you hitting the button. We only accept 5 stars on How to Hustle podcast. We're Hype, not 4, not even 3. Apple Podcasts or Spotify, whichever joint you on or however you listening, we only accept 5 stars, and we appreciate you hitting the button. Now, if you've been listening to me or if you know me, these here are my guys. These are my guys for years. Slid in their DMs years ago, and told them we doing this live show. Listen, if you know me, nothing that I'm saying needs to be said like that because we know that I ain't on that type time. So we ain't even going there here. I've told these niggas, yo, we doing a live show. Y'all niggas slide down at the joint, and they've been love ever since. So now these guys been a little rusty. They've been BSing to get back in the studio. So this is what we're doing today. We're shining the spotlight on the BTG podcast, on the How to Hustle podcast with Hype. This right here is because what the game's been missing. We need these guys out here. We need you providing that content and giving us those different perspectives from the 3 different generations of the situation. His face has something to say. His face got a little gray in his joint now, in case y'all on the audio. You know what I'm saying? Things have changed around here, B.
Got old. life kicking my ass.
Shouts out to my man now. Life be lifing.
Yes, sir.
So, all right, now this is what we're going to do. Because these guys, like I said, have been a while since they did a podcast. So, what we're going to start off here with this episode is what's that topic that you've been itching to do? Big Dan, we're going to start with you. You got the loudest voice of the crew. What is the topic you've been itching to do, Dan? Talk to me.
Man, why you go straight to me? You was supposed to go around the room and let it simmer. But since you're gonna come to me,
we starting around the room with you, big fella. Come on, you pay. Hold up. First of all, you paid talent, baby. You're How to Hustle podcast.
I'm ready.
You're How to Hustle live show veteran.
So
you know
what's
how
the topic that I've been wanting to talk about?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. So, and this might ruffle a couple feathers, but it is what it is.
Oh shit.
Why is it that? Yeah, no. Why is it that all the Muslim brothers is only Muslim brothers doing Ramadan? Because I swear to God, the whole fucking city of Philadelphia is shooters and killers and drug dealers until Ramadan hit. Then everybody on their ding. Please, everybody got family members that's on that walk of life. I just want to know what's up with that. Like, talk to me. Don't nobody. What's up? We ain't potted in a while, so let's go.
Nah,
I'm starting hot shit. Let's go.
That's not hot at all. I can answer that one for you because I'm a lifetime Muslim.
I know,
and
it don't apply to you because I always see you on your. You know what I mean? But I need to know what's going on.
Well, no, that's why I ain't even take it like you said. This might ruffle. We not ruffled.
I know a nigga cut off. I know a nigga original BTG nigga shit. Cut off Kings. I know a nigga that sell all the drugs in the world, right? I told this nigga, hey, yo, Cat Williams is coming on April 7th. He said, nah, bro, I can't do that. That's Ramadan. Nigga, you just sold all the drugs. But now we can't take Cat Williams because it's Ramadan.
So I'm sorry. That's
hypocritical to me. That's some hypocritical shit.
I'm gonna give it to you. It's absolutely hypocritical. My whole problem with people is if you say you something, then you gotta stand on that. You don't stand on that for 30 days, and you don't stand on that for a couple of months. If that's what it is, that's what it is. If you say I'm a Muslim, then you got to stand on that. If you say I'm a Christian, you got to stand on that. You Jewish or whatever your situation is, you have to stand on all the things that you've agreed to believing in and following when you say that you're going to be these things. Now, for the person who does these things during Ramadan, the best time for you to do any of these things is Ramadan. The most beneficial blessings that you're going to get out of it is during Ramadan. So you would be a fool to turn it down during Ramadan. You're a fool to turn it down for the other 11 months of the year too. But if at any time you're going to be on it, this needs to be when you're on it. Now, why people do
And
that,
it
I
ain't
can't
just
speak
the
for why.
brothers.
I can't speak for why people hit the on off switch because I'm not one of them on off switch kind of guys. All my
It's
episodes
the,
get
it's,
scheduled
it's the
around times that
Muslim.
makes a lot.
It's a lot of sisters that I be seeing. The only time they keep Mars on is when their hair not done. Like I don't get it.
I mean,
Soon as they get a fresh situation, now they back out here. They for the streets again.
so a
Shit,
joint like
wild,
that.
man.
All right, so a joint like that, I can even give you this. My mom been Muslim since the '60s. The only time she got on the keyboard is when it's time to mix a lot.
Okay.
I wore a kufi for the first time in like 25 years at the Eid this year. None of those things
Right.
are the things that make you believe anything. Those are just, especially now, because you know how the city is. The whole day of the Eid, your whole timeline is just people in guard. And if you have no belief in your system and you just got on the outfit, you just got on the outfit. So somebody
It
could
seems
not
like
be somebody.
the whole city, dog. It's the whole city though.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
well, it's also the social media effect of everything. If all your timeline is everybody's going this way, then that's what you start to gravitate toward. Not that you believe in any of this; it's just
That's,
where everybody gonna be at for the day.
so can I chime in on this?
Yes, you
Mm-hmm.
can. Let's go,
All right.
brother.
So my same question. Same question you asked him. My whole question is: we are a Philadelphia city ran by Muslims. Can you agree by that? Like, there's more Muslims in the city than them there anywhere else, right?
That's what it looked like. Shit. I ain't gonna say that like anywhere else.
But I'm
I'm
just
just saying
saying,
that it seemed
everybody,
like
No,
majority of the city to me.
the majority of the city
yeah,
is
it's
Muslim.
definitely it's not like this
Is
everywhere else.
Muslims. Y'all are the strongest religion in the city of Philadelphia. Strongest. I'm trying to figure out why the old heads can't keep. I'm from an era where the old heads kept me in line. You got me? They saw me doing something wrong or about to go do something wrong, they would check me. You feel me? Where the old heads at, man, with these guys, with these young bucks, man, with these guns?
All
Why
right,
You
these
tell
so
us,
why
nigga,
these
you the old
why
head.
but what I'm saying, just understand what I'm saying. Why they're not sitting down with their young Muslim brothers and showing them, put these guns down. Y'all, they're the only ones that really can stop it, the older Muslims. In my eyes, I'm not saying it's true, but in my eyes, it's like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Y'all
so
gotta have y'all the strongest religion around. Y'all the
so
strongest in the city.
the history of your city will teach you it's all about your old heads. Just because you got older don't
Right.
mean that you're somebody's old head. People have been put in positions that they just not equipped for. Just because you keep getting older, if you get no more mature, if you don't learn any damn thing, you just keep having birthdays. That's just what's gonna keep happening every time April rolls around, because that's when your birthday hit. But
Yeah.
hold up, I got you, face. I got you. I'm gonna get it to you. The history of your city though, when Islam first comes into your city in the '60s, the strongness of the brotherhood and the respect level, all of that was the Muslims was you're not doing. It's Friday, we going to Juma. Everybody's going. If you from wherever, like again, if you say that this is what you is, and you got to stand on that. You can't just stand on it in jail. You can't just stand on it when it's convenient for you. Niggas is coming to your crib looking for you like, yo, why wasn't you at Juma today? Something better be wrong. But
Hey,
we don't have them type situations no more because that's not how people carrying it now.
oh,
People have gotten so broken up and just to thinking that we so important that we lost sight of the community as far as everything. Nobody looks at everything as like, how can we grow our community? How do we build our situation? Everybody looks at how can I grow my situation? And also the same thing like what Dan took it with the people do it when it's convenient situation. We could do the same thing like on Christmas. Everybody got the matching pajama photos, but how many of these niggas been to church? Like
Mm-hmm.
same situation. That's why I got a problem with anybody who says they're anything and they don't stand on that. Go ahead, face.
well, I just wanted to kind of like lighten the mood and give you some trivia about one of my podcast members. And I just wanted you to just take a guess on who that podcast member might be. One of
Are we
the
changing the topic right now?
No, it's in, come on, walk with me. It's in the religion of, sorry, it's in the area of religion, and it's a trivia question about one of my podcast members. So you ready?
Come on.
So one of my podcast members, the BGT podcast, is, I call it blessed on both sides of management. And what I mean by that is he's baptized and he has his shahada. And I want you to figure out which one of my podcast members is that pure that they're, they have that double
Whammy.
All right, so I can tell who it is because we have, you know what I'm saying, a certain reaction from a certain individual. Although I have had a religious conversation with one of the members of the BTG podcast, but I'm going to assume that would be Dan that we're speaking of.
Yeah,
the brother out there at the lakefront property. Copy that. So you know what I'm saying? He's
my
fasting
business in the
Ramadan.
street,
He's fasting Ramadan and he got his mansion pajamas. Is that what you're saying?
Don't block my blessings, brother.
Copy that.
I'll do a
I'm blocking
sidebar.
my blessings, brother.
I'd rather you believe in something than you don't believe in nothing, bro. Go ahead, Faith. I mean,
He was
what you about to say?
and then I'm sorry, and then I got one more to just like that mood too. So it's like when it comes to like Dan said, like people that may be something and then they change. It's kind of like if you had the same management's been handling things correctly for 30, 40 fucking years, right? Why, whatever age you think you want to change or transition into a different religion, why would you want to change management? It's like if management, who's been handling shit has been handling shit for 25, 30 years, why would you want to?
Just because you've been doing something for 25, 30 years. Oh, mute that. Mute that, just because you've been doing something for 25, 30 years don't mean that you was doing it right. You could have finally realized at year 26 that, damn, I've been doing this thing wrong the whole way. I believe you was coming to this conclusion on something back when back when y'all used to do podcasts. You were coming to this conclusion of the show that like a lot of these things that I came up with just wasn't maybe the way that I was supposed to be going. This is one thing that I loved about listening to y'all every week was I heard the evolution of you through the listening through the years of like you slowly starting to get to like, damn, maybe I was wrong about this, that, or whatever. That happens when somebody's trying to grow. Just because though, like you could have been a Muslim for 60 years and then thought that Christianity was the way to go. You could have been a Christian for 60 years and then thought, man, Islam is the way to go. Things happen when they happen.
Right. Or he could have went to jail for 2 weeks and just converted.
Could be, He's gonna take my soups if
Bub, you was only in
right.
jail for 2 weeks, Bub. God damn, you couldn't stall him out.
Fuck you.
Hey man, listen.
All right.
I did a year. When I walked out of there, I took my shahada while I was in jail too.
Talk about? What's the topic that's burning your soul?
Listen to this. I took my shahada while I was in jail. The reason why I took my shahada when I was in jail is because of the fact that,
Hold up. Let y'all do this to Unc all the time. Unc, we try and get his points off, and y'all jump all over my man. Let my man get his point. I got you, bro. My man Unc is trying to get his point off.
The reason, true story, the reason why I took my shahada in jail is because when I seen what they was doing, everybody was all together as one, praying together, eating together. You know what I mean? And I felt I wanted to be a part of that, right? But as I was learning, I had people in my ear telling me, don't do this, don't do that. Whatever you read, you held accountable for, so slow down. You know what I mean? And then when I get out of jail, I see the way they was moving, and I just didn't like that. It was a different type of brother. It was different. You know what I mean? So I kind of fell back off. Fell back off of it.
It's like anything. You got to find out which situation works for you. Just because
I thought it was good in the beginning. I really thought it was good.
What I'm saying is like this. Just like
from jail, we went right to Old Country Buffet, and you got fucking pork chops. What are you talking about?
I don't even eat pork chops. Cut it out. Cut it out. Cut it out, bro.
Well, come on. All right, come on, Unks. Let's go. Unc, what's the topic that you've been itching on?
Gun violence, man. I'm big on gun violence, man.
Oh, this boy Podden.
Yeah, I'm really big on gun violence.
Oh,
Let me another true story. So I was at Broadnary the other day, man. Actually yesterday. And what you call them? The apostles was out there. What are they called?
The dudes do be with the
What's the
dudes
boy
be
Black
out
do
there.
shit
Israelites.
on? The
The Black
Israelites out
Israelites.
there. So one boy trying to tell him something, the Israelites something, and he like, cuz you can't tell me nothing about what's going on. The boy had a whole bottle in his back pocket. You drunk. Like that was like a slap, like it was like boy really telling the truth, how we really are. Everybody just want to get high. You know what I'm saying? Mind you, I'm not that type of person right there. I did get on when I
But
was.
what's that got to do with gun violence?
Yeah, I'm about to say you said gun violence.
Yeah, well, I did say
What's
gun
that got to
violence,
do
but
with
I
gun
just wanted to
violence?
get that Israelite shit out the
copy.
way. But yeah, but gun violence, that was my topic. You know what I mean? Because I do got an 18-year-old out there. You know what I mean? And I'm trying to, and I got a 14-year-old coming up. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying my best to keep them tight. When that shit went down in Cecil B. Moore, he was with me. My oldest one works at Panda. So, you know what I mean? He was with me. And they just out of control, cuz. It's just out of control. And I don't understand, you know what I mean? How this shit is going down. Somebody gonna get hurt. You know what I mean? And it's just hard because the way I grew up, I couldn't leave. It was certain people's houses I wasn't supposed to go past. You understand what I'm saying? And you got kids running around here in the streets killing each other, man, over something stupid, man. We ain't even they ain't even doing that shit over money. You know what I mean? So
Face, go ahead. I'm about to say Face, you jump in on that one.
Sorry, we ain't pod in almost year and a half.
Right.
And that's what you want to talk to us about? We know it's crazy out.
But I mean, well, let's talk about it. What you think? You got a son growing up too. Everybody can't move their kids to Jersey.
See, you see,
swimming pools. That's what I'm saying. You got. I'm out here.
You know what I'm saying?
That was hate, bro. That was hate.
No, you don't hating. I love this guy.
That was hate. That was
Listen,
hate.
mind you, listen. Let me tell you something. Face. He wants to go to the park up the street to play basketball.
Right.
Can't really even let him go to the park to play basketball.
Well,
I don't know if he's gonna come home.
Unfortunately, certain sections of the city of Philadelphia.
What sections? I'm in the Northeast.
Are not safe for young children to play. Now, what you do?
Sections is what?
Hey, listen. Let you talk. We're going to talk about gun violence. Let me talk. At some point, you have to learn how to pivot and expose your kids to different things, activities, different areas, shit like that. You got to bring them out the environments that you know the gun violence is. You can't reach every kid. So what you got to do is you got to take yours or whoever you care about your loved ones out of certain situations. The gun violence problem right now is far more than the three of us sitting here talking about can do. But we can work with.
So hold up, because
we really want to get involved, but it's like it's bad to the fact that it's kids out here. Well, it's kids out here that really had no guidance, and that was going to be.
Hold up, because let's not bog down the conversation as far as though is this is the problem we got right here. Is the conversation that we having. We're bogging this conversation down to our individual situations. The gun violence problem in the city is not about our individual situations. It's about the whole as a community. It's not about how do I protect mine, because if something happening, it's gonna happen. You could be Jersey, Baltimore, DC, don't matter. If something happening, it's gonna happen. It ain't no place where niggas ain't shooting guns. Now it's less likely to happen in certain situations, but the gun violence joint is not how do I just protect my kids, it's how do I stop the little nigga across the street, little nigga around the corner. How do you stop all these different situations? Like Face is saying, though, you can't focus on the whole community. You got to focus on these one or two young boys who you have an influence over, whether that's your nephew, your neighbor, your son, whoever, your daughter, because girls is getting hit too. So it's all about, again, old heads. It's all, like when Unc is talking about is when I was growing up, trouble is happening over there. And as long as you stay from over there, you're not going to get into these troublesome situations.
Correct.
It's cool for the kids to walk down this block because everybody knows the kids are going to school down here. The kids are going to school around this one. Nothing's happening in these two situations.
Right.
We got to again a situation where nobody thinks about community. Nobody thinks about how do we protect us instead of just, man, I gotta take care of me and mine. That's how we got these all these bad type situations.
Correct.
Then
Is he
In,
back?
that's why on the
in my
podcast, man. Let's
opinion,
go.
no, in my opinion, like,
Come on, Dan. You acting
I'm
see,
up
about to
you,
over
say,
there.
yeah, hold up, hold up.
Hold on,
Hold up,
Dan.
bro.
I put it to you like
Hold
this.
up, hold up.
When
Wait,
you was,
Dan,
when you,
you playing
go ahead.
Guitar Hero. Restart that
No,
for
I
us. You giving
got
us a
you.
little guitar. You giving us a little
Listen,
Guitar Hero.
I got you. When you was coming up, when I was coming up, when all of us was coming up, at that time, it might have been one nigga in every crew that had a gun. Now,
Right.
every young boy out here got a switch. You know what I'm saying? The guns is too making guns off of fucking 3D printers, and I've seen these young boys do it. They making guns off the 3D printers. They smart. Like but it still ties goes back to it's nobody out here, no old heads out here that's stepping up and saying, "Yo, young boy, chill the fuck out."
Yeah.
These young boys, they don't respect it. Like they don't respect nothing. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like it's fucking a bunch of grown men having shootouts. These is kids out here killing each other. It's 13, 14, 15-year-olds out here with fucking switches and they switch cheese and everything. So at some point, somebody got to reach that young boy at fucking 10, 11 and show them something different. Social media is a big problem, in my opinion, that contributes to all this shit. Because everybody on social media holding the switch up, holding their shit. So here's the thing. If me and you got a problem and I see you on social media holding the gun up, I'm not going to come and fight you. I got to come shoot you now. We didn't have that. Back in the day, we didn't know when we was going to fight a nigga, we was hoping that we was the worst nigga might pull a knife out. Nowadays, all these young niggas got guns. Nobody ain't nothing. Like it's bad out here.
Can I say something?
Go ahead.
It's so bad. And on this to kind of like piggyback off what you said about me being where I'm at. I could probably knowing a couple of the kids around the neighborhood, or just like hearing stories from other dads up here.
Mm-hmm.
The gun problem is here too. It's everywhere.
Yeah, it's everywhere probably, yeah.
That's why I said it. It don't got no zip code.
Yeah.
Wherever there's a black community, it's and I don't know how it's happening, but it just seemed like all these guns is making their way there. Back in the day, it was drugs that was making our way into the community.
Come on, bro. You know why?
If you really want me to take it there, I'm sorry. I don't believe that all these fucking guns and switches is just mysteriously popping up in the hands of all these young boys in the hood, dog. Somebody is bringing these fucking guns in, dog.
This is another thing though too. This is what I always say about us. Our generation of parents suck. Because like you saying, we talking 15, 13, like 16. Where's your mom at? Where's your dad at? You can't be working this hard that you ain't got
Do
no
you
idea
know?
what your kids is doing. You're not up on your kids at 13. Your kids is just allowed to be outside doing whatever. Like
Do you know when
we always gotta look at the parents in them situations. We gotta blame ourselves. Like I said,
Right.
not just I don't want to put that on everybody else. It's our generation of parents that suck at that. Go ahead.
Do you know my son came home and showed me a video of these girls jumping this one girl, and her grandmom came out. The girl was getting beat up. Her grandmom came out to stop it. And these girls jumped her fucking grandmom.
Yeah.
Like how can you do that?
I believe
Because
it.
you
I
don't
kind of was upset with him. Nigga, why you ain't break that shit up?
Because you wasn't taught
But
respect. You wasn't taught.
the thing is, that generation is trained to pull that up, post that video. So now my entire family is being laughed at online. So now what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go shoot some shit up.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, come on, Face. What you got for me? What's your topic?
So
Lighten the mood up, nigga. Lighten the mood up, Face. Come on.
Yeah, I ain't been drinking, so light the mood up. Oh.
No, Oh, I was gonna go serious. I don't really have nothing simple or goofy to say. I was gonna go serious and kind of like piggyback off of all this. And I don't know if I'm gonna say this right or it come out right, but the three of y'all can probably like put it together. And I want a genuine response from this. The stigma around therapy and mental health in our community.
Dan, go first on that one. In fact, all right, go ahead. Go ahead. You go. You
Hey, listen,
go.
my boy is growing. My man's is growing, dog. You know what I'm saying? I'm proud of you,
So
dog.
if I want to talk to three older, younger black men that's going through this transition, like Unc's talking about the crazy shit that's going on and everything else, I want to kind of like talk about like why even still with all this shit going on, how the world is, eggs $8 and shit like that, gas $5, like the stigma around mental health and therapy in our community. I don't know if I'm saying it, but that's what I want to talk about.
What do you want to talk about? What you
I'm about to say so. Go. Yeah. So go ahead. Talk about it. And we'll switch it.
What do you think the mental health?
I think that mental health issues or mental health and therapy in our community is looked at as never being like a real serious thing ever. And in 1 out of 5 households, I don't think people take it serious. That was serious as they should have. And why, and even as far as I can remember as a kid, that wasn't really something that people in or around my family I actually saw. I saw everything but that. And then you grow up, then you kind of like see all this crazy shit go on in the world, right? Your kids are shooting kids, like you said, creating guns and all like, and nobody says like, what's the fucking problem?
Can I ask you, what type of mental health are you talking about, though? Because there's multiple types of mental health.
Yes.
There's multiple types of mental health issues in the black community that we just breeze over and we do not talk about. So you have to really break it down into what type are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? Are you talking about just like black male trauma? Are you talking about how fucking ADHD and all this shit is placed on our kids when it really ain't? That it really ain't such. Like, what type of mental health are we talking about here so I can know what realm to go into?
We talking about the niggas popping 30s and getting in dumb shit, and now they got mental health problems.
No, I think I want to talk about the ADHD shit with the doctors and all that pushing the medication on certain kids at different age levels that I think is creating a lot of the issues. Then there's also childhood trauma that leads into adult trauma. That's why certain men don't function well.
Okay, so let's generalize it but in the black community, let's just generalize it and say that we don't really talk about actual mental health in our community as far as I know now from watching documentaries and hearing people talk and listening to shit that I did. When I was younger, even now, I have ADHD. They would say ADHD, and if I went to a doctor and told them some of the shit that pops up in my head daily, they would probably try to put me on medicine. No, I'm not doing that though. When I know that I can just refocus, and you know what I'm saying, you're not gonna have me walking around looking like a fucking zombie. I don't believe in that type of shit. I believe if I was to talk to a fucking doctor about the way that my son zooms around all the fucking place, and you know what I'm saying, everything is a fidget and this, that, and the third, they would probably tell me I should put my son on some type of medicine. I'm not for that. Your thoughts?
Go ahead, Unc.
Well, my son was like that. His mother put him on that shit, and he was a total different person that I didn't like. Like, you know what I mean? He was too quiet. He was the opposite of what he is.
Took his whole personality away, right?
His personality had changed. Like she takes him to school. But see, here's the thing. Ever since he was young, like when he came home with homework, he could never sit still to do the homework. So what I had, of course, nobody believed that he had a problem. I knew he had a problem. So we did physical homework, like, when we do our math, we had to stop his feet, do jumping jacks because he couldn't sit there and pay attention because his legs was always moving. Right? So we did that. We went through that. Then eventually, as he got a little older, they wound up putting him on it because he couldn't sit in class. So once again, I figured something else out. He get 3 bathroom breaks. When you feel like you got that shit coming on, raise your hand, go to the bathroom, wash your face, get that shit out you, and go back in the classroom. His teacher know he can only do that 3 times a day. So after still, they finally gave him the shit. And yeah, he was just totally different. He was just totally different. Like you could see it. You could tell. He looked like he hot.
So now you gotta make a decision as a parent.
Huh? Go ahead.
Let me ask y'all a question. Let's say you are a 20-year-old, 25-year-old, and you're having a hard time, and you go to your oldest uncle and you say, "Yo, I think I want to go to therapy, uncle." How you think that conversation gonna go?
What kind of therapy?
Hold up. Let me in right here.
So
So I'm about to say, yeah, because let me stay on track and then I'll lead you there. I think the problem with the mental health situation is, like Dan said, it's a blanket statement. You kind of roll everything up into mental health, and we can't really decipher what that is. So whenever people have a situation, you can easily just say you have the crutch of, "Oh no, I'm having a mental breakdown. I'm having this or I'm having that." When there's no way for us really to break that down and say, is that true or is it not true? Now, like Uncle's saying, where you notice the ADHD situation where his legs is always moving, he's always fidgeting, he's overactive, he's always like his mind can't slow down. Those are the type of situations that we need to attack. Our problem with these joints is everybody don't want to be told something's wrong with your child. And the hardest thing for you to hear is my 3-year-old has an issue. And it's going to be a little harder for me to parent this situation because parenting is already hard enough. Now you're going to throw something else on top of it. Now, like Unc just said, now you throw some medicine in it and it changes his whole personality. So you got to do your homework on this medicine. You can't just listen to motherfuckers and take anything. You got to read these things to see what's the side effects, what's going to be the effects of all of this. Because some people really have a real problem. And the problem with these situations, like the boy who cried wolf, the person who's really having a problem and the person who just like, I don't want to do homework. Nigga, I never wanted to do no homework. Every night I came home, I told him, I ain't trying to do this. I'm going to BS around. I know my mom got to cook this dinner, and eventually we're going to be able to slide out of this. Eventually we're going to sit here for 3-4 hours. I'm still do it. Me and my daughter go through the same thing. I tell her all the time, you just 1998 me. You're trying to do what I did then, and you can't pull it on me because I know it. So, like, the thing though, like there is, we just have to accept that these are the situations. You got to decipher. You got to be a parent. You got to be there to walk through all of these different situations with them so that you know what it is and what's the difference and what are we trying to tackle. You trying to tackle ADHD with somebody who just lazy, like So you got to make sure that you're parenting these situations. You're around and you're present. And you're not trying to work triples every day so that you can buy them the latest whatever, and they don't give a fuck because they're really struggling with something. Now, you just said as far as the therapy situation, therapy is just a lack of education for our situation. We've always been told that it's just something that you don't do. We always, as all of us grew up, if somebody told you, "Yo, man, you're supposed to suck that up. You're supposed to bottle that up." And then when you continue to suck things up and bottle it up, and you have no outlet for it, eventually it festers into a problem. That problem could have festered into you overeating, and now your ass has high blood pressure. Now your ass has these 300-pound ankles that we've been talking about forever. Now your ass just doesn't know how to communicate. You don't know how to hold a conversation with a woman. You don't know how to be a parent. Just because you got 4 kids don't mean you know how to be a parent. Just means you know how to have sex without a condom. So we gotta continue to reevaluate these situations and continue to not think that you're a complete product. It don't matter how old you is, you can always learn shit. Just like we just talked about earlier. You could have did something for 25 or 30 years and realize, oh shit, this was wrong. I was doing this shit left-handed the whole time and I should have been doing it right-handed. But we all can't think that we're so special that shit can't be wrong with us. There's something wrong with everybody. Like it's just different extremes and different levels of what the shit that is wrong with you.
What's your thoughts on therapy?
What?
What's your thoughts on therapy?
What kind of therapy? For mental health?
Yeah, nigga, not rehabilitation, nigga.
I mean, therapy's hold up. Because therapy could just be you ain't got nobody to talk to. Like Your therapy
That's what I'm
situation
saying.
could just be my brain is overactive and I just need
You
somebody to
Okay,
help
gotta,
me
let me
simplify.
here.
gotta
Let me
release
change it.
the data.
Listen, what do you think about getting what they call professional help therapy? Speaking to a stranger because you think that they're going to give you some type of an unbiased opinion. What are your thoughts on professional therapy?
Oh, I could do that on my own. I don't want to. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, if I feel like if I can't answer his questions, you know what I mean, then I'll reach out. But if I can't answer his questions and I feel like he really is a really problem, like she got to go through me first. We got to sit down and have this conversation first. And then if I feel like I can't answer it, then I would go to get professional help. You know what I mean? But right now, since like he told me one day he just didn't want to do it no more. He don't want to take it no more. Like he knows the difference between before and after.
Wait. Hold on. I think Hype meant I think he meant like Dan meant how do you feel about going to therapy to talk to somebody? Not the
Me?
yes,
Well,
you.
I
What
don't
are you just in general? What are your thoughts? Do you believe in it? Do you not believe in it?
know because I got family. I got Bub. I got Face.
This is Can I
I
jump
don't
in
need
real quick?
to.
Let me jump in real quick.
Go ahead.
Therapy ain't got to be at an office with somebody that has a degree.
Right.
Exactly. That's how I feel.
Me and you have had conversations where it was like, hey, yo, ain't hype. I've been thinking about this, or I've been balancing this, or I'm trying to figure out this. Your therapy situation again, because some people don't have nobody to talk to. Some people can't pick up the phone and say, hey, big fella, I need to holler at you about this, that, or whatever. Yo, cuz I need
Mm-hmm.
to talk to you about. Some people don't have that sounding board,
Yeah,
that outlet
but
to get it.
yeah,
So
That's
if
fucking nuts.
that
I
can be
think that's
somebody's
fucked up.
like therapy situation. If you some people don't got no father figures, no positive males, no
yeah,
positive females. Some people are in real bad situations and they just
yeah.
don't have nobody to talk to. Or like you said, somebody's brain is just moving 1,000 miles. Like their brain is just moving so fast that they can't slow down they can't slow down to put it all together. I think
Hmm.
that's a thing that Face does,
So you
where his
can't.
head is going in so many different places, but he has Dan to say, hey, what do you think about this, this, this,
So
and this? And then he can make it make sense for him.
so
Right.
hold on, I want to say this. So this is my analogy of this. And I tell Dan this all the time. I look at your brain and everything, all of this as a computer. You got to release the data. However that looks for you, you got to release the data, whether it's fishing, Legos, planting, playing ball, exercising, reading, yoga. You got to release the data. If you don't have anybody to talk to, you feel like on maybe about therapy or don't have nobody to talk to, you got to release the fucking data. And that's however that looks like for you. But that's my therapy for people that don't like therapy. Because I believe in therapy, but I never sat down and spoke to a therapist ever.
So
Ever. Why? Hold on. Let me go. Why? Because fortunately, I got people and I do research and I have mentors. I have other things and I got hobbies and I release data. So I'm straight, but I don't ever think that I would sit in front of somebody that may not come from my walk of life or have grew up the way that I grew up to tell me how I should be operating, pivoting, and moving. I would rather
Go ahead, finish what you're saying. You would rather.
I would rather have mentors that come from maybe the same walk of life, grew up how I grew up, or family members that may give me an opinion from a non-biased point of view, or doesn't know the other person know me and is not a yes person that's gonna call me on my shit. That's all you need. That's really need you just need one person like that if you don't believe in going to talk to like actual therapists, or you may not even have fucking insurance to go talk to somebody. You just need one thorough person that ain't going bullshit with you and tell you how you need to be pivoting and moving and that's wrong, or feel comfortable talking to.
Oh, jump in here real quick, and then we're gonna close out the episode.
I just want to say I did do marriage counseling therapy, and she was really knowledgeable, even though she didn't come from our background. She knew shit. You know what I mean? That opened my eyes to shit. Like she really knew because she had that damn degree. I don't know how she knew, but
That's
she
a
really
different
did know
experience
what
for
the fuck
everybody
was
else.
going on. Huh?
I went to marriage counseling too. We had to do that before we actually got married, and that shit for me was not a good experience. I felt judged. I felt I felt like they was trying to nah real shit, dog, because it
What?
went like I felt like dog. I got into a back and forth. It was a man and a woman. It was a married couple, and they got and the woman kept getting spicy with me to the point where I was like, Miss, you don't even know me.
What?
And that's my thing about having professional help. You giving me every the advice you don't know me personally. You know what I'm saying? So the advice you can't just give me advice off the fly of what you think everybody's situation is different. You know what I'm saying? I I go off of what Faith said. I feel like everybody need at least one person in their life that's going that'll give it to them raw. You know what I'm saying? If you're wrong, you're wrong. If you're right, you're right. You know what I'm saying? If you're wrong, and I'm gonna tell you that. That's what motherfuckers need.
And if
You
you
I
know,
need
mean,
it's sad that some
somebody to talk to, hit my DM. If I don't answer, hit Dan DM. And Uncle's always available.
Yeah.
all right, hold up. All I'm gonna say is with them situations, like Face just said, it don't necessarily always gotta be somebody that comes from your same background because they might have the same view of the world that you got. You might need somebody with a different perspective to give you a totally different way to look at shit, something that you might not have even thought of. Like Unc just said, she
Mhm.
wasn't from our background, but then she made me think about shit. You always need people who make you think. Uh, y'all
One more.
appreciate y'all coming on. That's episode 139. I forgot to mention these two things. Episode 139, sponsored by Custom Hustle at Custom Hustle World on Instagram, Custom Hustle Co on Twitter, and at H2H Cleaning on Instagram only. Go ahead, Facebook, last line.
One last question to show how we all come from different backgrounds. Have you
Wait,
guys ever?
hold up. Hold
If,
that hold
hey,
hold up. Hold that question. Episode 143, 141 will have that question to start off the show. Appreciate y'all hitting the button. We are out.
I was just gonna